How's everyone doing today? Former top 1000 in the world, International Master William Paschall is going to be giving a simul here on lichess.org. In modern times, slipping into obscurity, a once great International Master, we are hosting a 25 board simul here. Do not play unless you can afford to spend around 3 hours with us, guys. Just call me $9.98. It sounds like a price. $9.98. I'm guessing that was my like world ranking at my peak. Former $9.98. Better than most streamers on lichess, but anyway, we are going to open this simul here. Classical Simul with commentary via Twitch against 25 players. The game's lasting up to 3 hours, so do not play unless you can stay. It rhymes. Just remember it. Do not play unless you can stay. Please follow and subscribe on Twitch. We've got the Twitch link, YouTube link, host new simul. Classical Simul with commentary by formerly 998 in the world. The IRS is starting to deposit money into people's banks. Yeah, that's like fake news. I will not give the IRS direct access to my bank account. I'm sorry. That just doesn't seem smart. I don't know. They usually take money, not give it to you. I'll take a check. They can mail me a check in the mail. All right. So guys, I'll believe it when I see it, man. Whatever. Here's your money to try to re-elect Donald Trump. In my case, that won't help. All right. So, we are ready to start. Here's the list of players. I'm going to be taking subscribers, guys. Please support the stream in this time of coronavirus, when everybody and their brother is trying to stream on lichess and Twitch. I need your support more than ever. I think that I'm probably one of the most experienced commentators and streamers because of 20 years experience. We appreciate if you guys can subscribe, support the stream, make a donation, and I can impart whatever wisdom I have left before the dementia sets in. So we have much appreciation for you guys. Astrobate, Mr. Coffee, Someone on Sound, thank you guys for subscribing. I'm going to take the players who are subscribers first, and maybe we can get a little bit of room left over for non-subscribers. I also saw Mr. Slowhand wandering around earlier. Hopefully he's here. Someone on Sound, I know you. You always support the stream by donating via Streamlabs. You guys can do that as well. You can support the stream by donating via Streamlabs. If you could, Mr. Someone on Sound, I'll do it. I'll get it. Someone on Sound. Amiiboy Chess just subscribed. Amiiboy Chess just subscribed. Has he subscribed before? That's awesome. I'm not sure if he's subscribed before. He's definitely played numerous times. Oh, I see. Mr. Slowhand gifted a tier 1 sub. I should read. He didn't subscribe directly. He was given a sub. Mr. Slowhand, did you gift him directly or did you gift a random sub? Just curious. Doesn't really matter to me. I'm gonna take all the subscribers I can. I got a challenge here. Please don't challenge me to like separate games, guys. Confuses the issue. All right. I'm going to start to drink my coffee and accepting players. Gotta wake up. Gigi Healis, welcome. Directly. Oh, there was nobody else in the stream, you mean? I'm late starting. Mr. Slowhand's been very supportive of the stream. You found an unsound opening. Someone on Sound, I noticed you're like posting in the lichess forums about like opening theory, but honestly, dude, I think that you're wise commentary probably falling on deaf ears for the most part. You might get out there, but people don't. I don't know about the forums. I don't trust like forums. Okay, Asterbait is in. Amoeboid is in. Who else is a subscriber? DK Guy. Mr. Slowhand, of course. Nodge Papa usually is a sub. I can't really keep track. For some reason, that feature never seems to work for me. When I try to like find a list of my subscribers, it never works. I don't think they really want me to know. Mr. Slowhand, how are you doing in Hungary? I'm locked in for a month now, but we're not like by law required to not leave the building or something. We've imposed like it is a casual lockdown. I'm in casual lockdown. Mr. Slowhand 1000 bits donated. Guys, please support the stream. Don't accept any fakes or substitutes. Just the real thing. Someone on sound is in. Negro Modelo is not a sub, but he's a good player. We don't need more good players. Weak ones. Uber Driver is a sub. Ayesta, sometimes sub. Mirales is a permanent sub here. Imre was a subscriber for a long time. Take Back as well. No, that's the wrong one. Take Back. Problem is it moves on me and I can't click on it. So good luck everyone. Nefilov is here. How's everybody's Sunday going? Nothing like a holiday weekend on lockdown. Good players are dead players. Stefanos, I think was a sub last time I checked. Who else? Rekdal? Don't touch your face. I thought you said scallops. Those scallops are rare. You need to cook them a little bit more. Humor, you guys get bonus humor. Not only am I a good teacher, but the bonus tremendous humor that you get from watching a stream is just irreplaceable. All right. I'm an entertaining character. What if the stream has pandas? Yeah, they'll be copying my pandas next. They found out the IRS trained the bank accounts to pay tax. See, that's the problem with hooking up your bank account to the IRS. It seems like a bad idea. What if there's like a mistake and they just, the computer says the wrong thing? All right. So how many we got here? I want to get this thing started. It's a long simul. We've got to get started in 5 minutes. Please support the stream, guys. Uber driver, thank you for the alarming fake news. I was just kidding. I didn't think they would really take my money, but I'm still going to wait for a check. The problem is the Hungarian government will probably steal my check in the mail or something. The IRS sends me stuff directly to Hungary, but they can't control the mail here. I think the powers that be try to steal my what do you call it? Stimulus check. Mr. Sohan gifted a tier 1 sub to Gigi Helis. Appreciate it a lot, Mr. Sohan. Alright, I see 14 accepted players. Some lower rated players maybe. Alaba we've played before, right? But he's 2081 in Blitz. Still not a weak player. Fuzzy Logic very strong. 13-4. It's an excellent score. Can we get someone who's not 2000? Mr. Doffenstein. Problem with question marks is that it leads to more question marks. People with question marks tend to drop out of my simos, so I can't accept people without an established rating. Pantherina. Did it say I've played Pantherina before? Maybe we can play Pantherina. We've played them before. I guess I trusted that account. Negro Modelo, we'll let him play, though he's very strong. Can we get some lower rated people? And last call for subscribers. Leo, we played before, but he moves really fast. I don't like that. Elias. Elias, in other words. Elias Zamora. Elias Zamora. National Master. GP Bear, good luck. Thank you. So we've got 19 and growing. Asmir. Asmir might be a subscriber. If you guys are subscribers and I didn't recognize you, please let me know. Math, social studies. All right. Got some new players. Nobody's under 1900. DK Guy, thanks for joining us. 20 Master Simul. Suchin Zuger. Aydin Besti Amin. 33, 20 games. It's kind of marginal. They'll probably drop out. Who's Holy Duck? Can I play? I have not played you ever. I'm not a sub. My name is Sir Dilly Loses. I like people that ask politely. That's refreshing. King M says, please accept me. Accept me, please. Night moves. King M, night moves. King M. Sir Dilly Loses. From Yemen. 1740. Alright. There was King M or something like that. That looked like they were asking politely. Knight moves. 9-4. 1542. Barely enough games. Knight moves, you better not drop out. I'm trusting you on this. I would normally not accept a player with your statistics. Guys, are there any other Faruza is a subscriber. No, like not that kind of subscriber. Subscriber on Twitch. You've subscribed on Twitch? Okay. We've got 23 players. Last call for people who subscribed on Twitch. Not like followed me on lichess or something like that. Subscribing on YouTube doesn't count. Holy Duck. Last call. Wait, I'm about to sub. Yeah. That's what they all say. Accept me and I'll sub. You're in a big crisis. 40 pence. Okay, guys, I'm going to start the simul. Is there anyone else that I forgot among our regulars? Because I have one place left. I do like to mix it up. Apparently not. Mostly strong players. Dimitrilas. Alright, man. I'll let you play. Last one. Alright, time to start. If I forgot you, you didn't speak up. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. Nothing's my fault. I learned it from the best of them. The best and the worst. So, I need a new mouse. My mouse just sucks. Why do I buy a cheap mouse? DK Guy, very strong player. I can't believe it's Easter. You're not allowed to say holy Jesus. No, E4, it's not that much time. It's divided by 25. And that's how much time I have. It will expire very, very quickly. Divisible by 25. I'm basically playing 5-minute games. It's like you have 20 minutes and I have 5, essentially. Alright. The simul does last up to 3 hours. But it's not I would like to have more time. This is only an illusion. I wish I had an hour and 50 minutes for every game. Thanks everybody for joining the stream. Please support my stream if you can. I've been doing this for 3 years and I hope to continue doing it long after, hopefully, the coronavirus is gone. You can count on me being here 6 days a week for the most part. Sometimes I go down to 5 days a week during the summer. What summer? We have no summer this year. No summer vacation this year, but we'll probably continue to do at least 5 days a week. So, if you want to learn some chess, I think my stream is a good place to do it. Help me to continue to be able to do this by supporting my stream. Alright. This is the 1-year anniversary of my mom passing away, actually. It's kind of sad. Exactly April 12th last year. But it was a very, very tough time, so may she rest in peace. D3. What's this move? Queen A5 check. That's not going to help here. Queen A5 is always bad. We'll just not get double pawns. Easter Sunday. I'm not a big religious person, but Easter was my favorite holiday for some reason as a little kid. I think I liked the Easter eggs. Coloring Easter eggs and candy. Alright, well, what are we going to play? The ready seems like hopeless. Let's try the ready. Let's try something funky with Queen C2. I've never played that. Dimitri always plays the same variation that drives me crazy. Gotta stop doing this. I don't have a good answer for this variation, man. But it's boring to play the same thing every week. Not allowed to play anymore. Maybe we'll try something. Nah. I've played all my possible variations against him already. I don't know what to do. I've used all my ammo. E5 is probably the main line, and I don't know. I should probably play that at some point. I wouldn't call it fun though. I mean that no. Those type of structures are not a lot of counterplay when you got that E45 with the D5 square weak. I don't think so. Not my preference. I know how to play the black side of the Najdorf a little bit. This English attack. We've played that before. Alright, I don't know this line too well, but neither does Stoke. Thanks everybody for supporting the stream, for joining me. I don't understand why Twitch never displays my viewer number. There's some kind of glitch. Is it Firefox? Firefox changed something with their browser. It doesn't like store my most favoritist web pages anymore. When I try to use it, they would automatically be in the list. Now it's not there anymore. Does anybody know how to do that? How to enable that? Like the new version of Firefox, it doesn't store my most favoritist web pages when I open it at the top, and it used to do that. It's like it just went away. Guys, I know there's a lot of you that haven't even started your game yet. Please be patient. This is the way it works sometimes. Yeah, I couldn't accept all 50, 75 people, unfortunately. They've all been carefully vetted and chosen for a specific reason. There are 2 tabs for favorite pages. Yeah, Chrome is different. Very different. I don't like the new Firefox. I might have to switch to Chrome. They destroyed it with this. Extremely annoying. The time gift? What time gift? Alright, let's move. Yeah, I'm slow. It's too slow. Last week I was successful because I didn't get in wasting a lot of time early in the simul. Very important. Let's try to continue on that vein. F it out with c4 to c5. Amoeboid. What is an amoeboid? Is it different from an amoeba? It's like a small amoeba? Amoeboid. And I thought it was someone on sound again. Someone on sound has to occasionally be black. A robot amoeba. Alright. We've got the English again against someone on sound. Robot amoebas. Uber driver, good to see you. Haven't seen you in a while. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Bad for me, but I don't know if it's good or bad for you. Masturbate playing symmetrical English. Well, I guess it's good to be working rather than out of work when so many people are unemployed. How's the Uber corporation? DK guy, what am I going to do with you? King's Gambit. I don't know the black side of the King's Gambit well enough, I have to admit. Don't feel comfortable there. A lot of walking. You're an Uber driver and you're doing a lot of walking. Like, you're like urban and you have to like park the car somewhere and then walk a long way to deliver it. Is that what you're saying? You ought to like work for the postal service or something. Man. I was just thinking the other day, I got in the lift. That you know, British word for elevator. And I was just thinking, you know, this is like probably the worst place to be if you like don't want to get coronavirus. Elevators have to be like you're in this enclosed space. I normally don't use the elevator in my building. It's only a couple flights of stairs, but I had like some really heavy bags. I had just gone shopping. Went in the elevator and I was thinking like this can't be a good idea. What did I do? I played the wrong line. All right. Yeah, I'll take your advice. Knight moves. Not lots of parking in the urban environment. Right, I mean, everybody's parked. Nobody's like allowed to travel anywhere. It's like when there's a huge snowstorm. Don't you love that, like finding a parking spot when everyone's snowed in? Bishop c4. This is the Morales variation. Alright, so I decided to play this line with bishop f5. Pretty standard main line. Though I don't really like it because everybody knows it. Every 5-year-old child knows the bishop f5 main line of the Caro-Kann. 17 moves. It's easy to memorize. Everybody knows it. Knight f3, d5, e5. So that doesn't seem like the most common move. But it doesn't necessarily make it bad either. I feel like I'm playing the wing gambit of a Sicilian. You can either take on d5 or you can play e5. Interesting question. I'm not an authority on the King's Gambit at all. I really don't know what I'm doing here. Let's defend our pawn. Take back with an unusual treatment. Alright, guys. My time advantage is merely an illusion. Don't worry. It will run out before you know it. So Astrobate with G6. That's a good move, dude. Astrobate, you never play Fianchetto. What are you doing, man? Last time I played like knight to c6 early, but when I looked at it with the engine, the computer was like, that's just bad. I don't see why it would be that bad. I'm confusing a couple recent games we had with Morales. A6, knight d4. Knight f6 I've played quite a bit, right? I started without you, HTFP. I do what I have to do. I'm very sorry, man. We missed you. I am sorry. Fuzzy Wuzzy. Someone on sound is playing the Smith-Morra reversed. Oh, bangs head on wall. Oh my god. Dude, stop it. You gotta stop yourself. I got a reversed Bogo, a reversed Smith-Morra. Jesus, get a life. Get a life. With your silly opening. Oh no. I hate the check over variation. Yep. Holy duck. Hooligan. It's not easy to crush people in 20 moves. That's the... The bartenders bet that that's just always not possible to take. But you can't beat me in 20 moves. You know, I mean, it's just not easy to beat people in under 20 moves, even if they're like total beginners. It's just not easy to do. Okay, so castles here. Yes, a6, e5. a6, e5, knight g4 is not a good move. a6, e5, d5. Pawn takes f6, pawn takes c4. I mean, we've been here before. This is normal, right? I think a number of these players have played the exact same positions we've got on the boards here against me in the past. Right, the crush usually happens at move 23 or 24. Yeah, I can definitely crush you in under 30 moves, but 20 is like... 20 is really... It's just not easy to promise that. Just wasn't designed to be played like with a guaranteed win in under 20 moves. What is this? Sardilli opening. It's a little like c4, d4, d5, c4, c5. Elias just got in his first move. He's late. At least he showed up, though. Thank you, Elias. Elias Zamora. All right. So DK guy, we've got a different system now. This time. Usually it's been a Queen's Indian. But now he's not playing his Fianchetto type of formation. Actually, e6, e4, h6. For lack of a better plan. You could also play c5. c5, c3, presumably. Now let's play it conservative. So I was looking at a similar position recently. I mean, you have to take with a knight to defend the c4 pawn, I guess. So, Morales, how many times have we been here? This is our standard line. No, it's not. Wait, something's wrong. Yeah, this is standard. I'm crazy. Every time I can't remember. Feels like there's something slightly different. The math social studies. He's going to play the Marshall Gambit against me. Alright. No, I don't really like d3. That's fine. I think the Marshall's interesting. Guys, take your time. Please don't play too fast. I turn into the Incredible Hulk and get really angry. And I'm like green. It's just not pretty. Don't try to play for time. In this time control, it's not meant to be, it's not meant to be a bullet simul. You have like 20 minutes plus 40-second increments. You have tons and tons of time. It's meant to be a long simul. All right, enough preaching. Uber driver? Where's your friend, Merle? Haven't seen him in a while. Yeah, he did play the Marshall. Haven't had a Marshall in a long time. So, here we go again. Morales and I trying to improve on our last game in that line. Now, e5, we have lots of choices for this knight. I mean, b5, hitting d6, impact, crater. It looks pretty strong. f5 is vague. It's still good, though. It's probably also good. But I think b5 seems right. Guys, thank you for joining my stream. Good to see Nefedov, actually. He hasn't been around lately on a full-time basis. This guy is a good guy. He likes Belgian beer. He's a much stronger player than you think, rated 1753. He's actually much, much more dangerous than 1753. He's a sandbagger from way back. Nefedov, I'm glad you played this line, because a while back I looked at that variation quite a bit, and I haven't had a chance. I was prepared to play that in an over-the-board game, and I have not had a chance to really use it at all, for whatever reason here. It's usually a pretty prevalent variation. I would even probably call it the main line of the symmetrical English. For some reason, not cropping up in my games too much lately. Hulidak and I are in the classic Karo Khan. Wow, Stefanos Kappa went for d4. I've never played queen c2 in my life, and he plays like the move that kind of looks critical. But my thinking about this was, because I know this is a move, it's just not very common. I mean, you're going to have to play e5 eventually, or else you can't support that pawn. Should offset my weird move queen c2. Okay, Asterbait using the tricky move order with immediate g6. Interesting. Okay, so the Marshall it is. We haven't faced that in a while too, so it's good to see some new stuff that we don't see every week. Imre, I had this against a young Hungarian FM. The FM title, a little bit not what it used to be. But this kid is tough. I played a couple weeks ago, a month ago now, a month and a half ago. e5, kind of a newer idea. Take back with an interesting knight f4 plan. Alright, so now I might have made a mistake. No, this has to be right. Actually, what is black threatening here? If I don't check now, though, I mean, what am I going to do? Mr. Slowhand, you've never played anything like this against me. Guys, I just want to thank you for supporting the stream this week. Mr. Slowhand, the weekly leader with 3,300. Asterbait with 2,525. Blobix, I'm sorry we didn't see him today. 1,300. Jim, 600. And WJ Loop with 400. Thank you guys for supporting the stream. Thank you for the gift subs from Mr. Slow, Bob, Fortuna, Chess Coach, and Move 11. Please keep it going, though. This week is not over till the stream is out. So if you guys can afford to support the stream, please do so. Stuk, I didn't know you were theoretically inclined. I never played that line of the Carol Khan. I just learned it in a book. Okay, someone on sound playing his standard white opening, a tempo down. Nefidov. Bishop f4, knight h5, bishop e5. But it's not necessarily a big deal. It's an interesting approach. Bishop h4 I would say is more standard, but h6 is just not a typical move. DK guy, I've never played that line. So lots of stuff I haven't ever played against today. Some that I have. I've never played this line in my life. But I mean, you know, I don't think e5 is a common response from Asmir in this King's Gambit. Really not sure what I'm supposed to do here. Bishop g7 seems like a normal move, but I'm going completely on general principles there. WJ Loof just mentioned you. Up to 600 bits for the week. 600 tied with Jim, the Jimster. WJ Loof, I'm sorry that you can't get to play more. Actually. Oh wow, so black played king e7. He does not give up the bishop on b4, leaving the king in the center. Wow. Uncompromising approach. Well, I guess I don't have a choice then. I mean, knight c4, bishop takes c3, check takes. Doesn't seem right. I can play knight f5 check. That would seem interesting, although the knight itself is going to be a target out there. Target shoppers. That's funny. Target shoppers. Should I do this? Am I going to regret this later? It would be simpler just to take on c8, clearly. So black will play for e5. I will play for b4. a3, a4, a5. Can't talk. a3, a5, a. I'm not sure I really like that inclusion. Never played queen c2 move 6. It's like a tricky waiting move. It's not great, but thought it was worth a try. e3, he has takes the night before, pissing me off. So how do I make this setup work exactly? I'm just not thrilled about this. How is this supposed to work? What am I doing? If e3 doesn't work, a3 followed by e3 could work. I guess we have to do it that way. I didn't like it. So Math Social Studies played knight f6, which is an ancient variation. Played against me in Blitz by Bolivian FIDE Master. Jorge. What was his name? I think there's like a Uber driver would know all about this. There's some kind of famous game in this Capablanca. I don't know. Probably later. Very famous game in this variation. I have a book downstairs. I was actually glossing over this like a couple weeks ago, but not in any depth. Black tries to play like knight g4. Very rarely played. Hopefully I don't fall for some sort of trap. Jorge Barracal, that was it. I ended up playing a ready with my knight on c3, bishop on e2 there. Kind of harmless. Davidov, I've played queen h4 against you before. I was looking at rook d1. So Philly started to get hit by the coronavirus. That's what I heard. Capablanca Marshall. Okay. Yeah, like Marshall's original interpretation of that variation. Years ago, I used to play the Scheveningen all the time, so that game I have against Demetrius would have been pretty standard for me. I basically gave up playing the Scheveningen because of the Kyrie's attack. That's the main problem. But this is not really a standard King's Gambit type position. It's a little bit difficult to maintain my pawn chain. I probably made a mistake with bishop g7 already, so we just have to make the best out of it. Gosh, I don't know. Mistakes happen. But I am concerned. We'll have to give the pawn back somehow. If I was going to go for c5, though, I think I would have done it. There's also problems with knight to b5. Dropping in there. I'm not sure I would have played bishop g7 if I was going for c5 either. Yeah, it would be nice to undermine his center. This is a bit of an issue. I'm pretty much worried about how this is gonna sort of work out here. Okay. I mean, I think I would like to give the pawn back in some fashion at some point. Please don't play too fast. It only hurts you. Doesn't hurt me. f4. So last time we had d6. Last time we were supposed to play d6, I believe. We've had this several times. He knows it. I made a mistake last time. I remember very clearly. Reversed openings. c5 was played by Olofsson against Fischer. Got a bad reputation. It's actually not that bad. Okay, now, what am I supposed to do? Bishop b4 check? Queen a5? I can't remember. Efidov, what's up, man? You're sacking a pawn? Bishop e6 against rook d1. I can't remember what I'm supposed to do. Oh no. My analysis is foggy. Bishop takes b7, rook b8. Bishop f3. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. So, book capacity. Capacity. What is your book capacity? Bookings.com. Fully booked. The Inspector General. Catalan with no dark square bishop should favor white slightly, although trading pieces never hurts when you're black. For Pantherina, it's not really the best exchange of minor pieces for them here. Still, it's not that bad. Not sure. Queen c2, rook e1. I didn't realize White's last move. I don't think I was even paying attention when he played g3. What the heck is g3? I literally did not even see you play g3, and I just like did my automatic move. All right. This square looks weak. This is not a typical way of playing the white side of this type of line. All right, knight d4, bishop d4, b5, f4, bishop b7. Can you avoid exchanging pieces here? Like knight e5, too slow. Bishop d7, knight b3 or something? Alright, so this looks like a kind of typical Tory attack. I don't know why I'm so mystified by this position. How about b6? He wants to put the knight on d5. I'll have to play e6 to kick that out. It's knight a3, knight f4. It's all pretty weird. It's the positional Smith-Morra. b6. I can see this making some sense for white. Yeah, probably I don't want to do b6 here. Fierce ambulances in Budapest. Extremely irritating. Constantly. They don't have any laws about noise pollution, I don't think, in this country. Alright. Castle queenside. Standard. This is standard. I don't even understand why you need a siren, dude, when the whole country's locked down. You know what I mean? Like, the traffic must be like a quarter of what it is normally. It's sort of insane. Imagine being an ambulance driver during coronavirus lockdown. It's a Sunday during lockdown, and they need a siren going like full blast? Okay. It's ridiculous. They just like turning it on. Knight takes d5 from a me-boy. Correct. This is a pretty boring position now, thanks to me. A little bit of help from my opponent. I will play this safe. Right, so this is standard stuff. But I don't think there's anything new under the sun around here. Right? Some traps. You think it's automatic? Automatic ambulance siren. It makes the coronavirus seem more scary, I guess, turning the sirens on all the time. Queen c1. I hate this kind of closed position. I'm not afraid of bishop h6 at all. I don't know what my plan is here. It's like a Magnus Carlsen style, boring bishop b5 check variation. Solid for white. Mr. Coffee with a generous donation, 600 bits. Thank you, sir. We need a plan, though. I really don't know what my plan is here. No clue. I don't have a freaking plan. It is irritating, I have to say. What am I supposed to do around here? Alaba? He's got the strange ratings. Very fast and very high in bullet and blitz, but then lower in standard. Which means he doesn't use his time or something. I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I don't know what the plan is. Literally no clue. A6 looks stupid. Queen c1 is actually kind of a strange move, I would say. I don't know what I'm supposed to do, though. No apparent plan. A6 is bad. I mean, I guess I could take with the pawn on it. I don't want to play bishop takes and allow a5. Probably not even that bad, though, to allow that, actually. What's the big deal? All right, for lack of a better plan, b6. Birds are chirping. The birds are happy now the ambulance is gone. How does my bishop get in the game in this type of variation again? What about the e4 pawn? What are you going to do about that, senor? Senor, someone unsound? Holy duck. So we had e5 last time? Negro Modelo? You're going to sack a pawn with black in a tempo down situation. Okay. The c3 Sicilian and the Smith-Morra don't really go together. That's the funny irony of it. They're completely different style openings. The c3 Sicilian basically being kind of boring and positional. It's a very bizarre, sort of forced relationship. was thinking of trading pieces here. Did I seriously blunder at this? Strange. Queen f2, bishop g3, queen f3, bishop e1. Queen a8, right? Queen f2 check. I mean, did I make a mistake earlier? Really? I played rook e1, knight g4, h3. Well, what other move do I have there? I thought this was normal. I guess it is normal. Like bishop d2 was that the X glam? Bishop d2, the X glam Capablanca move? Isn't that it? Vaguely I remember this. Alright. So Nefedov pulls the trigger on knight d5. Trying to get me to sack my queen, apparently. What if I just take on a7? Coach, don't give anything away, please, guys. I don't want any hints. What's up, Stefanos? Good to see you. Queen a7, knight c3, bc3, bishop c3, bishop h6, bishop h1, bishop f8. I think I can play this. Yeah, but Coach, I'm saying don't tell me the moves. Please, no spoilers. Bishop g5. I haven't reviewed my Capablanca Marshall lately. I don't remember if it's rook e1 or rook e2 or anything, but no help. So Uberdriver busts the bishop g5 on me? Are you serious? You like studied my game in the US Championship with Alexander Golding. No using the opening explorer, Uberdriver. That's not allowed. Bishop d2, a5, knight c3, castles, and then bishop g5. But I don't understand. I played b6. That was a different position. So it's not the same. It's not the same. I played b6 against Golding. All right. And then he played bishop g5. But this doesn't seem as good. It's still interesting. You never had an opening database in your life? You seem like a serious player to have a lot of historical knowledge. Never to have an opening database. This is my game with Nathaniel Saturu. When he lost the Indonesian IM, he put his score sheet folded up into like a Chinese star and like whizzed it at me, trying to slit my throat. Slight embellishment of story, but almost had to go to the emergency room. Sportsman-like player. So, anyways, the hippo. Hippo's always good. Hippos are us. Watch those Indonesian IMs. Keep paper products out of their hands. So white castle kingside, very unusual development here against Hooli Duck. I might just do the same. Imre. Knight f3. So that's the move that I told my young opponent he should investigate. Imre's been working with my February opponent, Ferenc Gombots Jr. My post-game suggestion was knight f3, actually. Very strange move from Asmir with bishop e5 check. I don't really get that. This is a Pirc in reverse. A lot of reverse stuff. So Miralles here again playing this move that I don't think the Stockfish liked this. Last time I played g6 and it was like a total atrocity according to the computer. But I don't know. I mean, I guess I have to take on e4. Last time I played g6 it was just horrible. What other choice do I have? I have a tactic with knight takes e4? Surely not. Knight e4, bishop e7, knight c3. That looks kind of dangerous. Knight e4, bishop e7, knight c3, bc. Good luck recapturing. No. I guess taking. Right, okay. Might as well just offer a draw now. Against the boy, it's nothing to this position. Okay, so queen d3, this is one of the moves I guess I can play in these type of lines. Freeing up the d4 square. Queen d2 is also commonly played. TK guy, what are you doing? But I sure like castles better than b6. I played that game against Goldine. He played like a genius. You can look it up in the database, Uber Driver. US Championship, like 2001. US closed. It was unbelievable game. The guy played like an engine. Even the computer didn't think he was winning until he was like winning. But this is much better. I didn't weaken my queenside with b6. It's an interesting idea to play bishop d2 and then move it again, even though you're allowing doubled pawns. Here the b file. It's kind of weakened because I've played a5. I think it's a very cool idea. Kind of subtle. Basically a5 doesn't seem very useful. And there's really no way out. Maybe a4. a4, a3, bishop a5. What does that do? I could still play h6 and g5, but it's dangerous. Getting out of bed is dangerous. h6, bishop h4, g5, bishop c3, knight e4. And he can try to open the king side with h4s. It's a very strange choice. Nimzovician bishop on a4, heading for b3. What the heck? I have g4 here, don't I? Can I just play g4? Is he going to sack a piece? All right, I don't know. If it does doesn't need any time. Acerbate transposed to a good variation as well. So this is interesting. Was not my intention to take on d5. Let's see, bishop c6, bishop g5, e6. Or just e6 right away. But again, I just find it very hard to understand how people like take back and someone on sound playing the Mora Gambit and then transposing to totally alien positions not related to that style of play at all. Alright, bishop h6. Now we've got a closed game. I don't mind trading my dark square bishop. a3. So I think the critical move is d4. a3 is interesting though. Interesting. Trying to stop me from playing like bishop c5 or discourage me from bishop c5. Very interesting. It's not generally typical to castle king side with your pawn pushed up to h5. I could try to win the pawn directly. I'm not sure that I can get away with it or not. Let's see, queen a5. Yeah, I mean, he'll drop a knight on e5 there. Grabbing a2 looks kind of materialistic. Whoa. All right, let's presume I take with the pawn. Takes the knight check, king g2. Then knight f4 check. If I gotta analyze the forced moves, okay, queen f2, bishop g3. He's used -7 minutes so far. Never faced this opponent before. I already have a win. That's bad. Somebody abandoned Simul. Queen f2, bishop g3. Rook e4. What am I talking about? My queen is tacked with check. Okay. Queen f2, bishop c3, queen f3. I guess queen f2 I have to play. I played this position probably with black. Not so much with white. a5 is interesting. Probably come to regret this. A win is a win. So knight to e4, knight e4, queen e4, bishop e4, check. I understand. You have some compensation. Take with the king. You know? Then bishop, queen a5 check. Bishop queen. Then queen a5 check. It's funny to take the pawn on e4, but it's clearly very dangerous. So g5 is risky, but getting out of bed in the morning is risky. So we need to make a decision here. He might be able to sack a piece there. I don't know, I'm kind of skeptical. I think this has probably been played before. Acerbate. The black side of the English now. An interesting moment to play new games. Wait. F6. I don't know. How do I defend that a million times? Queen c2 and queen c2 and I guess sacking a piece here. Holy crap. Okay. This is pretty much what happened against Nathaniel Satoru. It's not really good for black. Most likely. The Morales Gambit. A new system. So I guess I should play like h6. Call his bluff here. Really have another choice. Oh, bishop h2 check. Okay. That's not disturbing at all. He's used -7 minutes. h4 has been played. But you castled kingside and then played h4. That is kind of weird. Don't you guys think it's kind of weird to castle kingside and play h4? Or vice versa? Is that a little bit odd? I wouldn't think you would normally do that. I'm not even castled. He's playing h4 against me. It's a good hippo. Act quickly. I agree that it's weird. Apples and oranges. Black is not ready to play c5 yet here. Chirpy birds must be quiet. What was I thinking? Rook e4? Rook e4. Bishop f2, rook h4, bishop h4, pawn h3. Queen e4, queen g3. What's wrong with rook e4? Seriously. You take my queen, I take your queen. You take on g2, I take. You take the pawn. Okay, you've got like a rook and 3 pawns for 3. No, that's not right. I'm not adding this correctly. You got too many pawns there. You've got a rook and 2 pawns for 2 pieces. It's too much. No, I'm hallucinating. Rook e4, bishop f2, rook h4, bishop h4, pawn takes. It's kind of an interesting position, actually. This is the right material balance. All right, now I know that there are these variations like the Kieseritsky or whatever where you sack a piece, but I have a bishop that can, it's a closed center and I can defend f7. I really can't believe the Asmir's sack here is fully sound. He's threatening knight takes d5 as well. This is a little passive. Maybe better to play something like knight d7, developing a piece. But anyway, I'm going to have to move the bishop. Maybe knight e7. Kind of a strange scotch. Interesting. Knight d4, trade everything, play queen f6. I don't know, guys. Weird scotch. We've got you'll mix some lemonade together? What does that mean? All right. Lemonade Master. The guy that trolled my Blitz tournament, you're like referring to him? Or what? Holy Duck seems suddenly to have everything under control. Alright, no f4 for you. Someone on sound with queen c7. Wait, how does that work? Hippotaurus. Half bull, half hip. Hippo, half hip. Hippotaurus. Man, Asturbate's getting more and more scary every week. Why rook e8 though? Probably not a bad move. I think you even had better. I have an interesting move. Knight e4. Let's do it. Wow, bishop g3 was played. Okay, I have very little clue what's going on here. He's used -7 minutes. His last move was played in how much time? Doesn't show that. That sucks. When you relay the moves, it should show the clock times. Oh, now I don't know what I'm doing. All right, bishop g3, threatening queen h1 check. Instantly played. A little concerning. No? Bishop g5? Mate. It's not mate, though. Bishop g5 is actually interesting. But the time he's used the least time of any player in the entire Simul, right? Yeah, it looks like it. That's usually a bad sign. Can't trust those players who use no time. Of course, we don't know why anybody would ever cheat in an unrated game, right? That would never happen. Never happens. Here, maybe I need to castle, but then I'm going to lose a piece. Or what? Castles. Scary as it is, I feel like I have to castle. I cannot lose my c5 pawn for nothing there. I don't like the way Demetrius played this. Not a good system. I can't remember if he had done something similar against me previously, but I don't get the g3 in this line. It doesn't make sense. Not really good. Okay, Negro Modelo, who's not Mexican, contrary to popular belief. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, bishop f5, threatening d5. We should be okay, good to go after that, right? We'll get our piece back, everything will be cool. I think so. The Centralized Queen, Part 1. Oh no. That just feels too mathematical to be wrong. Oh shit. So what happens if I play knight takes e4? Knight takes e4, knight takes e4, queen takes c8. Knight takes d2. That's a funny variation. Knight takes e4, knight takes e4. It looks pretty good. Queen c8. You definitely can't recapture on c8, but you have all sorts of nasty moves there. I'm just toast. I mean, you just play knight c6 or something. My king is splattered in the middle of the board. So, it looks good. Yeah. Yep. All right. Must go to center. Is my knight trapped? Possible. We'll find something interesting if he tries to be trapping knights like this guy did. Wait. Knight g3? Is this normal? Now c5, I guess. That doesn't seem right. Oh, I guess I'm supposed to play bishop g4 now. I wish I actually knew the variation. Damn. I wish I actually knew the variation. Probably you should know the variation before you play it. E6 is possible. Blocking in my bishop for the rest of your life. The games are changing order all the time. Doesn't stay in line, if that's what you meant. I don't know what the move is here in this line. Speaking of instinct, I guess bishop g4. Weird scotch. Rook c1. The devastating game changer. I don't know. I know that a5 means very little to me in this strange world. Uber driver. So I don't know. I don't like my game that much, frankly. b6, bishop d3, bishop b7. What are we supposed to do? Bishop c3, knight takes g3. Just keep it simple. Seems lame. Unprovoked exchange. What about my b8 knight? There's so many questions here for black. What am I doing? Guys, thanks for tuning in to the stream here. We're playing 25 players on lichess and Twitch. Also, check out my YouTube channel where I post the replays, video chess training on YouTube. In the time of coronavirus, please keep supporting the stream so I can continue to do this. I appreciate it, guys. I don't know. I just hear endless ambulances outside. Rook c1. I hate the fact that I've played a5. What just happened? What is happening here? Is it possible to make people go crazy with continual ambulance sirens? I would think that would be a good method of torture. A little bit like Chinese water torture, just continuously playing the same sound over and over again till you go totally nuts. I had to open the window in my office, the skylight, because it's like summer temperature in Budapest, and normally I try to keep it closed, keep the noises out, but it's going to take some getting used to. It sounds like there's a sea of ambulances just stretching on to eternity, and they just play and play and play. They must go for miles and miles, you know, to another country or something. They're so spread out. h4. Then we've got all sorts of noises irritating me. I know that I'm irritated from the games, though. The pressure of the games makes you more and more irritated, and you start to blame it on other things. Chess makes us crazy, basically. That's what I'm trying to say, in short. Chess makes you crazy, so don't start to play chess, kids. I don't know, what are we supposed to do here? h4 looks like a normal move. I'm supposed to castle, I think, but I don't really want to castle into his attack. b5. b5, knight d4. I don't remember Slowhand ever playing this. It's a new one. Well, I know what I can play. I can play this. Now we break the center with c3. There are other possible moves. Knight d2, knight e1, knight h4. Knight h4. It's Easter Sunday, so there's like church bells. Just what we needed. Rook c1. We've seen that somewhere recently. Masturbate with e5. Creating interesting traffic jam in the center here. Okay. Start to maneuver. I will say that maybe one of Asturbate's only limitations would be his lack of experience playing kind of maneuvering chess. That's definitely not what I would anticipate. This is the weirdest game ever, officially. I'm just continuously getting more and more confused now. All right, e6, finally. Is that what we decided? Because I'm not liking this anymore. Nathaniel Satoru Jr. We can attack him on the king side. We're just going to hide over here. Good luck with your king side. F4. The hippo doesn't want to allow, it's very important, you don't want to allow bishop a6. Trading bishops. Good move by Notch Papa. Hungarian pro. Yeah, Dimitriev's playing too fast. I don't like his setup. Okay, a3 may be forced. He does have a tendency to play too quickly. I can equalize with d5. I don't know. Maybe I should try for more somehow in that game. More. Classic Queen's Indian. So Stuk. What are we doing here, man? I don't know this line. Do you know this? Really? I have no clue what I'm doing. One of the weirdest King's Gambits I've ever been a part of in this game. Knight to g6. Bishop g5, presumably. So Nefedov, we simplify to an ending. My bishop, pawn, whatever. It protects the queening square. Gonna get you. Gonna get you, Nefedov. Maybe rook c1. Actually, that's a strange move. You are not welcome, Asturbate. Get out. So what was my plan? You ruined my plan? Hate you. we cemented the c6 pawn. That's important. It doesn't kill his bishop or her bishop forever. His or her bishop, Pantherina, I assume is her. Temporary killing of bishop. What just happened? Another totally scary and random move. Bishop f5. I'm getting dizzy, and they just make instantaneous moves every single move. I don't know. It's a tragedy. So queen h1 check remains a threat. I could simply play knight to d2. Knight d2 is interesting, returning some material. Just taking on g3 is a similar version. But there's a problem with queen g3. No, maybe it's okay. Queen g3, bishop e4, knight d2. Well, there's a problem with queen g3, queen h1 check, king up, then bishop takes e4. That's kind of scary. So maybe knight d2, queen h1 check. Knight d2, bishop e4. Knight e4. We got to do something. But that player is looking kind of suspicious at this point. Holy Duck, 1793. Speaking of being uncomfortable, what am I going to do? 23 in play still, yeah. 2 quitters and the rest of the players. So I'm basically blundering and losing here. That's good. Am I lost yet? I'm just instantly lost. Whose idea was to play Holy Duck? Queen d5, maybe? Likely just lost instantaneously. That was a good game. We always get some suspicious games, unfortunately. I have to just play strangers, so I can't trust all of you, to be honest. What about d5? Nope. Alright, I've got to play faster. This is just taking too long. Perfect game by Imre Bardi. Thus far. Oof, that's a good move, knight c4. No direct attack for me. Let's try. Bishop e5 will be a good move. So black's just equalized here. Ouch. I better be really careful. Don't remind me how many are in play, someone on sound. You're doing that again. We love it when he does that. Man, Imre Bardi just killing me by trading pieces. Damn it. Very mature game. A3 was such a professional move. Knight F3 and A3 in the opening. Taking the fun out of the game completely. Asterbate with a good maneuver to Knight E6. Now what am I supposed to do? You completely ruined my whole plan, dude. Ruined my whole freaking plan. Okay, well, knight G6, knight D7. How about developing? Let's develop. Bishop B7. This is getting a little scary. I mean, I've played A5 and he's played this Rook C1. I mean, Rook C1 should be a completely useless move. Yet I feel like I'm still worse. Stook becomes a theoretician. Pawn E5, knight E5. I don't like this. Threatening what? Knight B6? I really need to be a bit more primitive, I guess. Okay, this game has been driving me nuts. We won a piece now. He had such an interesting game going on. Does this even work? Did I win a piece? Wow. Queen G3. Queen G3 looks interesting. Queen H1, King F2. Queen A1, Knight F6 check. King H8. Like Queen H4. H6. Bishop takes H6. Time use there. All right. Well, I don't know what to do. We're just going to play solid. Morales, what's been happening? Like, we haven't seen this game in 3 years, but you haven't used much time. How is that possible? Where have you been hiding for like the last 40 minutes? Where has Morales been hiding? I don't get it. Maybe bishop back to C8, an ironic move. G6 is slow. Possible. Maybe G6 isn't bad. Keep an open mind. Trading the old bishop. Uh-huh. Yep. I don't know. We'll give it a try. This is a scary position. I think I was too optimistic here. Yeah, but it looks like Asmir is in trouble. Looks can be deceiving. F6. Someone on sound with a move I totally didn't consider. What are you doing? He's a scary character. Just frightening. Bishop takes f3 is possibly just too dangerous here for me. And I don't know where to castle safely. Absolute genius. This is like an acerbate pawn sack. Very correct positional pawn sacrifice. Stook and acerbate have a lot in common. Both capable of playing credible games, both around 1700. Both ridiculously aggressive and playing for the initiative. I think my opening just failed. If he can sack this pawn. Bishop f3, pawn e5, pawn e5, maybe e6. Maybe I can do it like that. I don't like this. F with a very surprising move there. So here we have to check and see if it's okay. We don't have to, strictly. This looks dangerous for white, but what about pawn e4 first? There goes the center. Move 11, welcome. So I thought this is just a forced win, knight f6 check, but I might have miscalculated. Been known to do that. Probably did again. Knight f6 check, king h8. Might have better. Bishop f6. Knight f6 check, king h8. I guess we have lots of moves there. Queen d3. But queen, yeah, let's give it a try. Some options. The player, unfortunately, not taking the simul seriously. It's very sad. I hate to see that when people like don't use their time at all. It's just a waste. To take a perfectly interesting game and pretend you're playing bullet chess, why did you even bother playing in the simul? Better to play like 50 bullet games. You probably get more out of it. I don't know. Man, alright. Naj Papa. He's only lost one of his last 7 games against me. I'm not even sure how strong he is, but he's got a really, really good score. 14-10. That means he would have to be around 2100. Probably 2200. Probably 2200 FIDE to have that kind of score against me on lichess. I would say around the 2200 FIDE. I'm low rated now, but I was like in the high to mid 2400s at my peak. Legitimate I am at one point. Ambulances are at it again. What are we doing here? Yeah, but I mean, those are more than just simul games, take back. We're talking about all games. You know, a lot of them are blitz and rapid chess, where he's got that score. Not strictly simul games. You gotta keep that in consideration too. So I try not to lose here. It looks like I'm pretty much lost. Against Hooli Duck. Neftov draws, which is his goal. His goal in life is to draw. Take back, it's all very interesting, but my strength, my approximate ratings in classical, blitz, and rapid, and I mean over the board, would probably be very, very close. Anyway, I'm like consistently good at all three, around the same level. It wouldn't really matter, you know. I mean, if I had a FIDE blitz rating, it would probably be around 2450. I mean, all my ratings are going to be very, very close. Some people might be specialists. I'm not. You know, I'm kind of universal. But I mean, to have 14 to 10 here is extremely high. I might be stronger in blitz. I don't know. I might be stronger in blitz than over the board slightly, but it would be within a 50 to 100 point, you know, range. So, the player who uses no time now, it's not playing like an engine, I'll say that, but... Alright, so queen h4, queen b2 check, king g3, queen c3 check, king h2. Oh, it has a defense to that. Then why do I go to... So he's going to have a defense against everything anyway. He's going to have like some computer-like defense against everything. This guy is pissing me off so much I feel like just resigning, regardless of the position, because it's just like extremely irritating that he never lets me make a move without using any time. He has a defense. It's not a win, Morales. What are you talking about? He can protect h7. There's no win for white here. Now I have 3 pieces for 2 rooks. What is that? Why is that a win? What win? It's not a win. He has 3 pieces. He has 2 rooks for 3. Queen h4, queen to b2 check. He's defending h7, man. In every variation, I'm probably like close to losing here. Maybe my last move was a blunder. Probably the last move was a blunder. Maybe not. Queen d3. I can't play queen h4 like I wanted to. Queen takes b2 check. He's forcing me to use all my time, dude. I'm just gonna resign. It's just too much to calculate this. And the guy's just pissing me off. Just disrespecting the whole process. You know, he's going to make me lose on time on all my boards by moving instantaneously every time it's my turn. He's probably like pre-moving or something. Whatever. I'm just not going to waste my time. It's ridiculous. Of course I might be winning there, but it's going to cost me too much in terms of time. I'm going to lose like 10 games because he's making me flag. Whatever. He defeated the whole purpose of the simul. It's totally idiotic to do that. So, what a move. Someone on sound, what are you doing? Oh no. Oh no. E5 just wins. I'm seriously not going to play people who use no time. Like, he's either mixing it up with computer moves or I don't know. It's just ridiculous, the principle of the thing. I'm trying to play a Simul against 25 people. I have like 5 minutes per game, and now he makes every single move in 1 second. You know, I can't do that. You just defeated the purpose of my Simul. Congratulations. I might be losing a piece here. Well, losing the game anyway. Unbelievable. I was convinced that I was completely safe with this move. Oh my god. Yeah, I won't be able to find the win with no time while I'm playing 23 boards. Takes e5, queen d1, rook d1. I'm going to lose here. Damn it. There's no defense. Maybe there's a defense. I don't see it. What defense? What defense? Thanks for helping me out. I'll think about it for another half an hour. So that's 2 losses. It's normal though, I almost always lose against Morales. I've come to accept that. He and someone on sound. I expect to lose those games. To draw would be an accomplishment. I thought I just made a move. I mean, a4 is really slow though. I'm trying to blockade. Okay, this is kind of an interesting game against Ayeste. Reminds me of Accelerated Dragon. The 1700 man also used no time. He didn't even know the first like 10 moves of the Bishop f5 Caro-Kann. That's extremely strange. Everybody knows that. Every 5-year-old child, it's like automatic. He played the h4 and castle king side, and I'm lost in like 19 moves. How is that even possible? God, that opening sucks so bad for black. The Caro-Kann is like hopeless. I wouldn't learn it again. If I had it to do over again, I wouldn't waste my time with the Caro-Kann. It's too passive. There's a lot of other good openings you can play. Okay, what am I doing here? Not much. Three wins, 2 losses, 1 draw. Just trying to hang on against Stuk, who gets stronger and stronger. He's very, very tough now. Tougher than he used to be. Okay, someone on sound went out on a weird tactical limb. I guess it's justified. Sacking like a whole rook there for knight b4. I can't believe how many ambulances there are in Budapest. It's insane. On a Sunday? Why are there so many ambulances on Easter Sunday? Really? There's like no traffic. Lockdown. Just doesn't make sense. I've been seeing this. This has been coming for a while now. This variation. G4, I'm afraid he might sack a piece. Slow hand took on f6 now. If I take it, the bishop rook takes d6. Go with the Bofinic pawn structure. There's something about the ambulance noise that's really, really irritating. It's like whiny and constant. The birds aren't as bad. I would rather they were like partying neighbors or something than the ambulance sound. Loud music or something. DK guy with the h4. I've been waiting to castle, but probably we should commit at some point. It's never too late to commit. That's a good one. Man, this is alarmingly bad. Speaking of alarming. Alarmingly bad for black. For white. For white, that is. Completely no plan. Well, I think we're in new territory here, Fortuna Chess Coach. You know, I mean, there is no such thing as a simul like this historically. I mean, I guess I started playing these kind of simuls maybe longer than many people here. It was possible to do similar simuls on Internet Chess Club since, well, the late 90s. But I think no, there's no article or anything like that. I don't know what to do for a reference, but I would think it's just common sense. The time control. This guy is ridiculously strong. Cooley Duck. He used no time for the whole game. He's 1600. Forget about it. That's resignable. Sad. Another 1600 Grandmaster. Got a lot of them. Played like a 1600. Congratulations. I realize he's from Ukraine, but still, you know, if he were that good to crush me like a baby using no time, then you wouldn't be like 16, 1700 in Bullet and Blitz. It's not a good enough. It's not a good enough to be from Ukraine. You have to be like, I don't know, at least like 1900 to crush me like a beginner. Here we go. I don't think now we can play good. We can play like dogmatic moves. I'm just losing again. I didn't realize how strong this was. The full rook sack. Yeah, even a Russian never won against me. I didn't take him seriously when he castled after playing h4. I thought, okay, it's a 1600. He's castling after playing h4. It might be some kind of real line, though. In retrospect, I wonder. This is really scary. I'm probably lost here. What am I supposed to do? I'm used to getting crushed by someone on sound almost every single game that I play him. So he sacked a rook so far. Yeah, you castled and played h4. But you played h4 first and then castled. Very subtle difference. I don't know what it is, but I'll let you know. I'm just so bored. Like, every time I accept new people, they're like cheating or something. Whatever. I don't understand what the thrill of cheating in a 25 board unrated Simul is. I really don't get it. I can understand if there were like prizes or rating points at stake, but there's nothing at stake and you're still cheating. It's like, what wouldn't you cheat at? If you're gonna cheat, at least have some kind of real good reason to cheat, you know? Man, Acerbate is scaring me. I said he wasn't a good maneuvering player, but look what he's doing. He's doing exactly what I said he wasn't good at. Now, just to spite me. Watch out for knight sacrifices. That's my king on e8. Okay. Groveling for a draw is what I do best here. And a bishop on e4. Made another blunder. Just not focusing well tonight. Excuses, excuses. Bishop g5. I mean, Stuckey's like 1600 and he's playing like Magnus Carlsen. Two bishops in the endgame. Like almost everyone I play doesn't make a mistake. Any sort of mistakes. I thought that Notch Papa might have made a very minor mistake by exchanging pawns. I really thought he should have played just c4, closing the queen side, playing for a win on the other side. It's like a very minor positional mistake, in my humble opinion. Now, Amoeboid. Do we have something here? Very small edge. Masturbate, you're driving me crazy, dude. He's doing exactly what I said he's not good at. Playing awesome positional chess. 10 minutes left. Against Negro I made a huge mistake. I have to play bishop takes e4 first. Incomprehensible blunder by me. But I mean, still maybe I'm better. That sucks. It's so much more complicated now than it was. That's a massive positional mistake now. I have like nothing. The only game I'm going to win is like the King's Gambit, where my opponent sacrificed a piece unsoundly in the first 10 moves, it looks like. TK guy scaring me. Unbelievable. H4, H5. Just wicked. This is a draw. Takes on D4. No, a mistake from Imre, but only a small positional mistake. Well, maybe a large one, actually. Here we're better. And he did what? Bishop A6 as expected. Okay. Basically, we're close to resigning now. Right? Right. Resign. You could sack a pawn with b5 for some sort of counterplay. I don't know. It's a good idea. Oh my god. So I'm going to lose to Uber Driver 2. Oh, this is just really bad. Much worse than I thought. Much worse than I thought here. Holy crap. Just totally lost. This is not going to be a good day, but Uber Driver hasn't lost in their last 7 games against me. Also has an incredible score, but he's a strong player. He's I'm not sure how high rated, but pretty high. The field here is way stronger than an average Simul. Why did Negro Modelo take with a rook there? That's kind of surprising. Not correcting his pawn structure seems weird. GG Hillis, thanks for subscribing. Last week I was undefeated. This week is not the case. It's totally not the same. A little coronavirus can make a big difference. Nowhere near last week's result. Whoa. Knight moves did what? D6? C6? Wow. Okay. Tricky. I don't know. Sneaky move. I didn't see it, of course. Check out Magnus Carlsen playing white here. Stook's rating a little suspicious. He's 1400 in blitz, and he's playing like this. Stook, isn't it a little out of control now? The subtle positional games, you used to play like sacrificing all your pieces. What happened? What? I think we could all improve Sladgie's mood by showing some appreciation for events like this. That improves my mood. Yeah, the 1500. It's not... Stook is... I don't know, dude. You're playing really, really strong positional chess. Thanks, Fortuna Chess Coach. It would make me feel better if some people would lose. The best thing you can do right now is just to improve my mood. Just lose, please. King F7. Check. Alright. Take care, Antonio. Another great game. I never have time to look at that variation he plays. Now I'm going to get mated. Unbelievable. The only game that I was surely winning is now going to be like mate on h7. Almost unstoppable. Holy shit. I have to like... What am I going to do? I'm going to have to sack something. How the heck do I stop mate on h7? My knight is just hanging, and he's threatening queen d3. How do you recommend me stop it? Knight f8? Maybe knight f8 will hold. I'm freaking terrified here. Knight f8 is really scary looking. With knight f8, there's no mate. It's a nursery rhyme. Okay, we improve our knight. Check it out with a knight b8. Well, honestly, it's not just the mood about this. It's like the whole coronavirus thing. I mean, it's really starting to get to me. I mean, I always get in a bad mood during my simuls, but you know, being locked down for a month, dude, it's pretty bad. You know, it's not exactly fun. We try to make the best of it, but it's pretty depressing. This player is so solid. Knight b8, rook f7. Jesus. I'd love to know what their over the board rating is. I really would like to know what Notch Papa's rating is. I mean, their score against me is extremely high now. But his rating is absurd. Like this 1930 Rapid. I mean, come on now. This is getting really... He's got a huge score, almost 50% against me. 1950s, I just like blow away, you know? I mean, you're way stronger than that. I don't know. I mean, I just... 1950s are easy. Usually. There's occasionally, like, you get up to around 2050. I found some of those players to be kind of stubborn. Though, unless you're a kid, like, sometimes kids are underrated. I would think you'd be like 2100, not 1950. I could believe 2100. 1950 is a little low for the strength that you play. All right, rookie 1. $2,050, yeah, that's getting closer to reality. 2050s can play pretty well. I start to have trouble with people when they're around 2100, for example. I lost to a woman in England who was 2050, like 15 years ago. That was the last time. First round of Hastings, 2005 or something like that. I can't remember the last time I lost anybody under 2100 ever in the last 20 years. Well, she was never seen now. She's a known entity there in UK. I'll never forget that game though. That was hard. It's always painful losing in the first round, upset. That was an interesting game. Someone on sound, a standard 1900 on lichess. I'm getting kind of pissed off with you guys and your ridiculous ratings. He wins my queen in every variation. I should have resigned before, I mean, frankly. Magnus Carlsen massaging the king side here. It's like Stokes 1400. I mean, give me a break. You're 1400, but you're playing on lichess like you're like 2100 now. It's crazy. I think I made a mistake against Azerbaijan. I just played b4. Okay, Ayesta is still alive. Interesting endgame here against Mr. Slowhand. I think black is better. This I like, but yeah, someone on sound. Thanks for crushing me again for the 100th time. It's always a humbling experience. Wow. So what is happening here exactly? Bishop takes c6. I can take on c6, but I give up most of my attack there. I don't really want to trade queens, but I don't know. What am I doing? Maybe just take the pawn on d4? Bishop takes g5, I guess. Man, I really don't know what to do. I really don't want to trade queens here. What do I do to not trade queens? It's terrible. This is definitely heading for one of my worst results. We've still got 15 games going. No good games for me. And I'm just getting crushed in a whole bunch. Really no attacking chances. Here, maybe. Kind of a positional grind against fuzzy logic. I mean, my only criticism of Notch Papa is that he's played a little passively from a position where I thought he was better. But we all have our styles that we adhere to. I should probably also play more aggressively. But I'm running out of time. You know, it's just really tough. I could probably like blockade and hold a draw there with no chance of winning. Speaking of no chances of winning, I went from better to equal there in that one. Maybe against Pantherina we have a chance, but it's also easy to hang a rook around here. Practically bound to happen. Okay, King H2. King H2? Oh no, that's a mistake too. We're slightly better against Imre. Slightly better. Imre. Very slightly. I'm just practically going to guarantee myself to hang a mate here. Guaranteed to hang mate. 15 minutes left. Where did the time go? H4. I don't know. I don't really want to do that. I have no edge anymore. Whoa. Sloan just played H4, sacking his pawn. Masturbate. Driving me crazy, dude. Positional genius. Yeah, this is also a disappointment. Ayesta is super tough in time pressure too. Forget about it. Uber Driver was completely crushing me. Now he's still completely crushing me in a different way, it looks like. Yeah, I wasn't comfortable with this variation. Wasn't comfortable with the way the opening went. Here. I never played Castle Kingside with G5 typically, but looked at some similar lines where it was okay. And just not seemingly working out here. Still, I don't understand, dude. How are you 1400? Okay, so the two knights against two bishops does create an interesting dynamic. There goes my G-pawn. Maybe I should castle queenside. This is probably necessary. Probably necessary. Oops, knight d7. Not what I expected. Knight b3 is funny. That's kind of nuts, though. Just for kicks and giggles, sack and exchange. I don't know. Probably not sound. Good move by black. Man, again, I'm trading queens when I don't really want to. Maximum draw against the Meboid. Seems really, really solid. Another draw. Now I can lose my a5 pawn. Jeez. That wasn't part of the plan. Imagine if Osmir didn't sacrifice. My God. Imagine if he didn't sacrifice an extra piece, you know? How scary he would be. If he didn't give me like a free piece, that would be frightening. Yes, they may be at least equal. Not very sharp today. Alright, Magnus, it's your turn. Maybe I should castle queenside, but it looks like he set up for that, actually. Let's not say we did. Now it's getting kind of disturbing. Bishop f8. We need to protect that. Knight moves, hanging in there. Acerbate. I want to put my knight on d5, and you're not letting me. And I'm getting kind of angry about it now. Has he been intentionally stopping me from doing that, or is it just my imagination? Wow, e5. It's a capture. Pawn takes e5. Oh, that's a pawn capture. Okay, I was going to take with the bishop, actually, but that probably doesn't work. Probably doesn't work. Wow. Interesting. Why can't I take with the bishop and then take back with the pawn? The bishop sucks anyway. Now Yeste is like better. He's practically better with the king in the center of the board. He's a very, very strong player in time pressure, so it's all just a lie. This basically the time pressure. He was never in any danger of losing on time. I misplayed this massively, horribly. Uber driver now, possibly letting me survive this. He might be letting me survive this horrible game. I want to keep the position closed. Remember Stuk was the game where I had my knight on h8 like 2 weeks ago? Where he like tortured me like he was a master? I mean, Stuk, seriously, I really want to ask you, how are you 1300 in bullet and 1400 in blitz and 1500 in rapid? But against me, you're playing like you're like a 2100. What is up with that? Okay, that pawn needs to stay on the board if possible. But Mr. Slowhand has some good play with his two knights. Decided to sack here. Instantaneous rook h1. White is clearly better. Virtually no moves for black. Maybe if I could play b5 somehow. Oh. Get me mentally back in the game. It's a product of the position, man. The positions. I mean, I think to some degree I exaggerate, but not completely. Rook e8, maybe? I'd like to call a timeout too. You can find me a position where I'm clearly better. Let me know. This one maybe, but it's hard to do. Very positional advantage with needing to take space with f5 maybe here. f5 doesn't even work. Fuzzy logic. Jesus, dude. This is a hard position. I mean, I would need to play some sort of deep pawn sack, maybe with f5. d5. Okay, what's happening here? God. I never seem to have any sort of tactics against anyone. Nothing ever works. Very well calculated by DK guy. I'm just clearly worse everywhere. Knight g5 maybe? I'm just gonna get crushed. Maybe f4, queen c5 check. That loses as well. It all looks bad. Alright. We're in some danger against Asterbate. I'd love to call a timeout. Nothing would make me happier. f4. There was a famous endgame. I think it was Leonid Stein against Laszlo Sabo Laszlo. The driver offered me a draw. I mean, I'm clearly worse there, but the worst of it is over. I'm sort of surviving. I feel lucky to get a draw. Sabo Laszlo Chaport. Now, my miscalculation here was what? I could do this, and it would be okay. But I'm not sure. Breakthrough. Did I miss something like bishop e6 there? Okay, against Pantherina, we're better. Black's been threatening bishop d3 here for like 100 moves. Still, we're probably holding. g4 rook takes. Bad idea. DK guy is like an expert bullet player, so him being down to 1 minute, that's another thing, it doesn't matter. You guys have 40-second increments, so I can't expect anybody to lose on time. Maybe I should do away with the increments. Actually. I feel like I need them, but if I change the time control, to just being not an increment. Might be interesting. Knight takes a6. I sacked an exchange here. I was going to play c6, but it doesn't work. f5, pawn f5 doesn't work. Fuzzy Logic playing a kind of weird game. I'm gonna like flag 14 ongoing. I don't know, Fuzzy Logic's rope-a-dope style, almost perfect to get me in time pressure. Putting the queen there is just bizarre. f4. Unfortunately, another strong move. One of the only games we're better here, this tough one against Pantherina, who's really passive now. We should be having good chances to win there. Get away from my pawn. Damn. Okay, Astery, what are you doing? You can play f4. Ooh, that's double-edged. Why is my knight on a3? You almost distracted me from my true goal. Alright, well, anyway, the time is a problem. Time is money. Need to think. Rook takes. Right. I think I lost enough games today already. It's another ambulance, surprisingly. Why is Sunday such a prevalent day for ambulances? What is it about Sunday in Budapest? Now, I'm saying that I was better here, but it looks enormously hard to break through. Damn, dude. Check this guy out. Yeah, I mean, how can there be that many ambulances in a row in one little area? It's impossible. He takes f5, knight takes f5. I have nothing. I have nothing. Okay, here I take on f5, then knight d5 check. Maybe bishop g5 followed by taking f5. Not sure what's happening. I'm getting totally mind boggled by this position. Right. Standard everyday walk in the park. Totally normal. Whoa. Wow, okay. So I have a problem. I don't know if Notch Papa has to sack the exchange there, but it's a practical approach. Right. DK guy could have taken on c7, couldn't he? I have rook a7 here. Watch the back rank. It's a draw. Normally Dimitrilas is like really aggressive, and he kind of quietly went into a style where he wanted to play in that endgame, which is better for white. I was surprised, but I guess he got nothing out of the opening. I was just willing to admit that it was like equal. So rook a1, we finally can do something active. I still have no threats ever. Only white can have threats here. Yeah, it's like he's luring me into this. Man, extremely dangerous. Almost losing against Stefanos. I felt like there was some relief against DK guy. But I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm still stuck in the center of the board, you know. It's kind of comical, actually. It's really pretty comical. I guess castling would still be legal queenside, but how do I get away with it? Bishop d7, knight d5, check, game over. It's just over, dude. He's like toying with me here. This is just over. Totally playing with your food. You're just toying with me. I mean, seriously. I'm not going to be humiliated. Maybe I should take on h5 now. Seriously. It's a dangerous pawn. Why am I not allowed to take on h5? DK guy, that was nice, but I'm not here to look like an idiot. I'm going to just resign. I know you're enjoying that immensely. But I'll pass on continuing that crushing position. So whatever I do, fuzzy logic seems to have some sort of weird answer for it. Like no matter how horrible his position looks, he has some kind of bizarre response. Here again, I can never get out of the pin. It's strange, kind of. Whew, these ambulances, man. It's crazy. Didn't really want to trade rooks. Lunch Papa has 10 minutes left. Only. That's like the record, I think, in the whole Simul. There's a nasty check there. Okay, so now Stook is sacking a piece. Check this out. 1400 in blitz. The ambulances are non-stop. And like there's only 100 coronaviruses in Hungary or something. That's pretty crazy. Acerbi made some sort of mouse slip. I refuse to take your queen. You're not gonna get out of it that way. I'm not gonna let you just lose on purpose. Masturbate's trying to be nice and lose. Oh, H5, what a surprise from Fuzzy Logic. Never would have guessed that was your next move. Is he going to have a way out of this too? But please don't give away moves, Moki, okay? Let's not make suggestions of live positions. F4 may be necessary now. The ambulances are just continuing. It's crazy, dude. That's insane. Just non-stop. Wow, Stefanos winning with A4. Holy crap. Check this out. It's not normal. You guys hear that, right? There's been an ambulance non-stop for the last 3 hours. But I really wish you guys wouldn't give away moves. That's not cool. For 3 minutes, the guy's suggesting moves. Acerbi tried to lose on purpose, but I wouldn't let him. Nice try. Oh man, another knight. This is just too weird. The knight moves. I guess we're winning there. But I don't really take anything for granted now. Totally outplayed. Look at this. Pantherina. Turning into a master. Man, that's nuts. What? You guys know I'm not making this up. The ambulance thing. Queen h6. At least he didn't take your suggestion. Pantherina's gaining time now. Still play rook takes h8. Do you hear that ambulance that just never stops? Is that normal? I don't think that's normal. There it goes again, just constantly. Masturbate insists on losing. He's like, you will take a knight now. Saving the game. Pantherina's rating? Mm-hmm. Wow. Maybe I'm lost now. We shall see. Looks lost. Perhaps not. Looks really bad, though. What am I supposed to do? Holy crap. What is up with Pantherina? Actually beat them twice. I'm probably just lost here. Provisional. Were those Simul games? That was Blitz. Blitz is a different thing, yeah. I thought this is a player I had beaten before in the Simul, but it doesn't look good. Alright, different thing. Not enough time, simply. I thought Pantherina was gonna fold quickly, but not happening today. I think it's a time player too. Pretty fast, probably. I might get a draw here if I'm lucky. The ambulances just are non-stop. Do you hear that? Just didn't stop. Continuous. That's insane. I've never heard anything like that. I really wish this game was over. The annoying nature of sirens. We could publish a paper on it, but it's unbelievable, you know? It's just unbelievable. This is some kind of weird draw. Unfortunately, this game was too weird for me to deal with the time and everything. I mean, they're supposed to be a weak player, but they just don't die, and I'm not really sure. Mate. What am I doing? Not sure if that was the right move. But at least the 40-second increment is good. 40-second rule. 42nd Street. 42nd Street. Nightmare endgame. We are losing here. Dropping my f7 pawn. Not really happy about it. Just losing on time otherwise. All right. I'm just happy to get a draw in this game. The confusion continues against knight moves. It's like his goal is to make my life as confusing as possible. Rook c4, that's a tough move to see, apparently, for me. How do I win this position? Good question. I don't have a clue. I know I shouldn't do this. Queen h6. Discovered check. So if I could win, how would I win? If there was a way to play for a win. Rook takes h8. I mean, claiming a draw. I'm not offering a draw. I mean, what a joke. Claiming a draw. So black's still okay here. They just keep gaining time. It's interesting. You're trading rooks. No. Tough endgame. I'm in very bad shape now. A6 doesn't work. Transfer of bishop to new square. Very disturbing. Selfmate. Thanks, Acerbate. I still feel like you wanted to lose. C4. Damn it. D3 and C4. C4 and D3. At least we might get some interesting endgames. Man, this is brutal. Active king. Must get active king. I could even lose this. Probably. It's a good point. Maybe I am losing already. That was a mouse slip, but whatever. I didn't put the rook on D3, obviously. Didn't even come close. But the computer says I did, so whatever. Man, what an endgame. Wow. Nice move, rook b5. Endgame pros. Weird word. Oh my god. Remember I played d6, but it's a mistake. Or is it? Maybe it's not. Maybe it's like brilliancy. Saving the game by a miracle. 3 minutes left. Wonderful. Well, good game. Congratulations. Rook d5. But you can play that. Guess I'm lost. Not the only one I'm going to lose now. Pretty much most of my games. This is interesting. Just sacrifices. You should check this after the game. Just sacrifices his d-pawn. It's an amazing idea. He's got an extra one, I guess. This was even more amazing, though, to find that. Oh, he just wins. It's just a win. It's not a win? I'm going to lose this game? Wow. I have no clue what's going on there. I almost lost the game in one move, but that wouldn't be a surprise. We got all these endgame grandmasters. Look at all the endgame grandmasters. Damn, dude. Another one. Okay, this has to be winning for me somehow. Demetrius, thanks. Good game. Bishop c3, king e2. Now my pawn should queen itself. Should queen itself. How? I mean, rook takes rook. Isn't that enough? Not really what I wanted. So he finds this amazing resource to save the game. It's unbelievable. I have to just like grovel for a draw. Aspirate, everybody knows you lost on purpose because you felt bad for me. Now what am I going to do? C3? Oh, that was nice. Instantly found it. I can just get a draw here. Whew. He really deserved a draw. So that's a forced win. Interesting. For some reason I thought I had a chance for perpetual. A lot of interesting games today. The level of play is pretty amazing. Eight losses. Lucky that it's not more. Imre's playing for a win. Interesting game. What happened now? Bishop e7? What? That can't be right. I guess they just blundered. That's weird. That is weird. I don't want to watch. This is hurting my brain looking at this board. He's like moving instantaneously. I don't think so, Nefedov. Not today. Not really doing post-simul analysis after 3 hour simuls. I don't think our game, I don't think so. You do see what's happening to me right here, right? Or you're not really watching, I guess. I'll have to pass on that post-simul analysis, Nefedov. I'm having a lot of fun, though. Good night, little chess players. You realize I have 57 seconds, right? Are you aware of that in any way, or? I'm like flagging on all my boards. Good night, little chess players. Take care. I don't think Pavel's like into watching the simul. Just plays and then here we got mate. Got lucky. A couple people nice enough to let me win on purpose. Thank you for those guys. Nefedov wants me to lose on time while I'm saying goodnight to the little chess players. It's nice, but I don't think that's really appropriate just now. Maybe like little chess players. Making me lose on time is not cool. Good night, little chess players. Have a great night. I feel like somehow Eddie Murphy just popped in my mind. What would Eddie Murphy say? Nefedov asked him to say goodnight to little chess players. I'm so losing this game. Good night, boys and girls. Have another nice simul. This is a theoretical draw, boys and girls. But against Imre, I'm a little bit scared. He's basically played all of his last 25 moves in 3 seconds. This has been a total nightmare. I resign. I don't understand how he's capable of playing so fast the endgame, like, perfectly. Whew, it's brutal. Mr. Slowhand, one of my only wins, probably. Last game. I might manage an even score. Very impressive. So Imre just instantaneously plays a7, which is like exactly what you shouldn't do. Because he started playing bullet for some reason. You're never supposed to push the pawn to the 7th rank, because now you can make progress. It's like a permanent force field. Funny, like old computers used to not know that. You would play with engines and they would let you draw. Otherwise, positions that could be very tricky, or it's only a draw now because he played a7. I mean, if he hasn't played a7, I don't know. Pretty tricky, maybe a draw, but not easy. You know, a7 is just like easy draw. I could draw with like stockfish or deep whatever. But he was playing the endgame like with 1 second to move. I don't understand why. Maybe he has to go. He played a fantastic period of this game, though, between the last, like, I don't know, what would we call it? Does it matter what I do here? Probably f6 is fine. Basically, like, his king can never hide from checks. F6 is probably not the best move, but maybe I should just take on h4. On f4, I mean. Start checking him. This is devastating. 50%, 9 wins. Last week I didn't lose a single game. I should keep the pawns aligned so he doesn't get a pass pawn. Masturbate. You played a great game and then you tried to lose. It looked like, to me, that was the distinct impression that I got. First you were against me and then you were with me. Is that how it works? But I guess Imre's happy with the draw. He was almost lost, so... I mean, sometimes that's the way you feel. That's the way I was against Stuck. I was convinced I was close to lost, so I don't know if I'm better at the end, maybe, but I just was content with the draw. I don't know, I have a headache from this simul. Not my best. We need weaker opponents, I think. This is the Fritz 8 draw. Maybe we can get a draw. There's no way to win. I'll just check you forever. But prior to a7, there's a chance we can play for a win. 9 wins, 9 losses. I don't want to analyze Nefedov's game. That was a quick draw. Nothing to see there. Man, there's some bad games. DK guy hammered me. Stefanos with the endgame. Look at the endgame grind by Stefanos. Check this out. Watch this. I mean, I think he must have played an almost 0-0-0 game, by the way. We didn't hear much about it because it was kind of quiet, but I'm not sure Stefanos made any inaccuracies. Maybe here somewhere. Yeah, apparently there I could have played better with Queen B3. Looked like a really good game by Stefanos. I never imagined losing this endgame, though. It's like embarrassing. I could have played Rook E5. There's no way to lose this position unless I do. Man, this endgame by Black was insane. The way he centralized his king. Where did that king even come from? An A4 sacking a pawn. Damn, dude. It's like playing a GM. B3, A4, BA4, Bishop C4. This is apparently my blunder. A5 would hold a draw. Trying to fix this D6 weakness. Like perfect moves. It was really easy to play, but nice job. I'm not going to review all the games. I just picked out a couple. It's really late. I got to go, guys. That was 3.5 hours stream. So kind of long for me. Someone on sound, yeah. Somewhat of a blunder. Check out the pawn sack he made. This position has never happened. How is that even possible? The reverse C3 Sicilian has never happened before. That's weird. All right. How is that possible? This position has never happened. There's 2 games. Nakamura Adla, 2008. Bishop E7. Novelty. And I dared to try to attack his pawn, and he finds this pawn sack. Queen C7. Damn, dude. I could have played knight E4. This is just the worst endgame. That's embarrassing. I would have gone for this, though, because he hates trading pieces. Queen E5. I thought I was worse now. After Queen E5. I mean, the computer can find the perfect plan to equalize, but I'm not a computer. Duan Shemi, thank you for subscribing. Anyway, guys, very long simul. I gotta go. Apparently I was winning here. Wow. I should have just taken the rook. Would have been a lot better than what happened. Unbelievable. I made it like 10 times worse. This is funny. And I'm okay here? If I play Queen A4. Wow. I thought I was toast anyway because of Bishop A6. Honestly, I thought I was losing anyway. Well. So I missed this one move though. See, that's the thing about being a computer and being a human. I mean, you're likely to miss the one key move. I just didn't see knight E2 and I thought I was lost. I mean, if I had expected this, I would have played it, but I missed this move altogether. Queen A4, Bishop A6, and I thought I just lost. It was funny though, I could have gone here. I didn't see this. Too sharp though. I can't play like that. Playing 25 boards that accurately. There were some really good games. Large Papa just positionally crushed me. I mean, this is like a perfect game by Black, I would say. The engine here says I'm slightly better. Queen A3. I don't know if I believe that. I thought you should just close the center with C4. Or E4 you played first. This turned out to be really good too. Knight B8. I mean, I totally missed Knight B8. Number 1 move. Great game by Black. Apparently I was hanging on. I thought this is hopelessly lost. With an outside A pawn on the 6th. The engine says I have... Yeah, it's lost for white, probably. I can't believe there's any chance I can hang on here. You can't trust the computer. Yeah, someone on sound. You're busted, but you made a great draw. Made a great draw. Made a great judgment draw. Anyway, guys, this guy, what was this Karo Khan game I lost to a 1700 and yeah, 00011, right? That's totally engine. This guy was definitely an engine. Is queen e3 engine? Yeah. He was definitely using an engine. 1 or 2. Not too bad, though. Pantherina, I fell apart because I underestimated them. But I went too far with g4. I'm clearly better. But I didn't know how strong they were. There wasn't enough time to play this closed position in time pressure. This was crazy. Now I'm just lost in like 3 moves. I don't know who Pantherina is. We've only played a couple blitz games, but I don't want to play them in simuls. They look strong. Alright guys, anyway, one last glance at a game. I've got to go. I'm supposed to do a stream tomorrow morning. I don't know if I'm going to be able to wake up. Alaba resigned early. This player lost. Asterbate, I don't know what you were doing. Trying to lose on purpose. Stuk, that was crazy. I was apparently winning until the end, when it was a draw. So I'm winning here. But I have no time, and I have no idea what's happening. Yeah, apparently I have like to play perfect moves somehow, and I'm winning. But even that isn't clear. 1.3 advantage, so. I mean, basically Stuk played like a master till he sacked a piece on h5. Mutual time pressure. Magnus would not play bishop takes h5. Played a really good game until that. You know, you just keep the steady pressure up. Like c4, yeah, hitting my a5. I was worried about that a little bit. I don't know where I left book here. f6 is dubious, okay? I don't know the line. I'm supposed to play e6. I couldn't remember. And then knight g1. Yeah, of course. I'm supposed to play e6 and then knight g1 and then f6. I never played this variation before. I've just seen games with it. I ended up playing f6. This has a good score, oddly. Oddly. It was played by Asmai, Arshak, I don't know who that is, and Arn Bluber. Okay, so 3 games Black didn't lose. But it's dubious, apparently. Very funny. Asmai played it in the 2005. White didn't win a single game against this dubious novelty. Anyway, guys, thanks for joining me. I will see you if I can wake up tomorrow morning for Blitz and Rapid Chess. Thanks, everybody, for supporting the stream and beating me down in this murderous simul. Not a good result, but at least I didn't get a negative score. I managed 50%. Not bad. 50% is not bad. Thanks, everybody, for supporting the stream. Take care. Someone on sound for being fully on sound. I actually believed you. I thought like you had played a correct game. At least I resigned in a lost position. Never seen your queen a6 move. Nice concept. Yeah, it's known. Thanks, Mr. Slowhand. Guys, thanks for supporting the stream. Everybody for subscribing. Continue to do so. And I'll see you for some blitz tomorrow. From the Panda and myself. Bye-bye, little Nefirovs. Good night. Bye-bye. Good night. Good night, Nefirov. Good game. Bye-bye.